say both because you get really, as an artist, you get attached to the music. Like there were some songs that we're like, oh my God, yes, that's what we wanted to say. And you know, and you're like, oh, I can't wait to do the video. You envision the video and you're like, oh, this one's gonna be first. And you're so excited. So it's like, dang, when you do start to do the real second album, then you're like, well, could we get some of those songs?
Right.
So, I mean,
nobody heard it, so you might as well use it. It's like
nothing hurts more than having, knowing that you put so much hard work into something and it was just like just disregarded, brushed under a rug. That I think that's the part that hurts the most, because people don't realize like what that does to the artist. You know what I mean? Like we carry that with us sometimes, and it becomes a burden, and it's very heavy, very heavy. To the point where that even when people say like, oh, well, I know this song from the albums that weren't really like big, that means so much to us, because it's like, we know how much, like Chapter 3, for instance, that was where we did our most of our writing, and it was special to us for so many reasons. So when people come back and say, I heard Stay, and this was like something that saved my marriage, or I heard, Long Lost Love, and this is something that maybe rekindled the flame with somebody else, or anything, like to know that album didn't sell as much as the first, and Sunny Days went through what it went through, but people still know it. That always makes us feel so much, just so much joy, like for real, because God knows. God knows the things we went through all those processes. It was crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think, listening to you guys speak, I guess it gives me a newfound sort of appreciation of how difficult it could be. Recording, it's like, if I build a house and then it gets knocked down, and even though you build something else, you can't replicate what you did that first time.
Exactly.
It's not the same. But I think as fans, we now social media, but back then we weren't privileged to all the stuff. So 1 minute you're singing with Mariah Carey, and the next you're not there, and then we're seeing you guys doing something else, and we unless you're signed to a Bad Boy or LaFace, and that's when we followed the label. But back if you're signed to like a major, we wouldn't know if you left Columbia and went to Epic. It would make a difference. But if you did a boutique sort of stuff, but then when it comes to those songs, reflecting now 20 plus years later, are they just gone, or do you ever think, what, we can do a Taylor Swift kind of thing and try and own some of our own stuff, or does that ever cross your minds at all?
We actually go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now I was about to say, not often, but we will actually just be like, oh, I wonder what happened to the Noontime stuff, and then we'll start playing it, and then you just kind of just go back to that moment, like. And when we say we hustled, we were shelling out songs like like 2 a day, I think, almost 2 a day. We were working with Jagged Edge, we were working with Noontime, and we worked with so many people in between those
Ricky
spaces.
Stewart, so many people.
So many people, and I don't know. It's just, now I forgot the question.
Well, no, I know we have one thing we have discussed, and I don't know if you saw it recently when we posted it sometime last year. Like we did, it was a song for like mixtapes, if I'm not mistaken. I know the girls will correct me when I'm wrong, because I'm 85%. Sometimes I'd be like, but we did a remake to the Mario Winans song, I Don't Want to Know. So what we'll do is, if people tell us like, oh, we've discussed plenty of times saying we should definitely go and, shoot a video to The Shore, because so much feedback came back for The Shore. Or like we'll take songs that people love from the first album and say, you know what, let's just create a visual and do our own video to it. Like, I don't think it would hurt. But as far as like owning stuff that, songs that we've written or whatever the case may be, I think we've kind of discussed similar,
the one that we would have the most control over to probably do that kind of stuff with is Chapter 3, because we wrote the majority of that. But the other 2 albums, we just put the songs in the show, and we don't care if you like it or not. We're doing it because we love it.
We're gonna sing them.
You're gonna like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but when you think of things, I mean, is there? people keep saying, "Oh, I wish New Edition would come out with a new album," and I'm like, "But who's gonna buy it?" Not that we don't love them; it's just that we don't buy music anymore like that.
Right.
And
that. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
That's the thing that us being artists, especially from that era, like the 90s, the late 90s, when people say those kind of things, we have put out new music and y'all do not buy it. We've even put it out for free. And it's like people don't, they just like, no, we just want to hear what y'all, like what we know. Like they're not open to the new stuff. They just want to hear what they know. I've heard so many people, not just with us, just with artists, period. When the artist is singing their going at a show and then they put something new in it, and then somebody will be like, but we don't want to hear that. We want to hear your hit. We want to hear they don't want to hear anything else. So it's kind of hard and it kind of makes exactly. They want to sing along. So there's been many times where we had to like say, even though we love the song and it's a new song that we might have recorded, and we'll be like, should we put it in the show? Be like, no, we'll just, leave it out and we'll just, do what they know, unless we know it's one of those intimate audiences that are truly there for just us and that's it. Then we'll throw it. So like, we're going to do something new for y'all and such and such and such, and then introduce it to them that way. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works, especially overseas. They love it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like we did the same exact thing we're talking about in Australia. We performed. It was
several new songs that
we recorded. Nobody had heard them yet. We love them, so we were like, you know what, we should test. But we did reach out to the producers and the writers and stuff first and said, hey, you guys mind if we whatever? They were like, oh, do your thing. And that's the difference between how things were before when we were first signed, when you had that machine behind you, you had the labels behind you, the promotion, distribution, all these things. Now you're literally out here hustling and struggling for streams and this and that. So the same emphasis is not behind these projects. But I tell you one thing, I would never be afraid to do it with the reaction that we got in Australia to those couple of songs that we put out, and they were like singing them back, and then they went online the next week asking, when are you guys going to release that? And we went on live, played it again, and people were like, that's that song you guys did? So moments like that just they keep you ticking, because it just makes you feel like you're doing something right. You know what I mean? And as artists, you hate to know that. I guess I could say it. You can toot our own horns. I hate to see us knowing how talented. Like I look at my girls, and that's when we're performing. I'm literally, honestly, if anybody ever asks me like, what do you think? People ask me all the time, what are you thinking about? And I'm sitting here like, I'm looking at these two and I'm like, these mother effers they doing it. I'm literally in a state of like, I'm just so proud. Like I look at them and I'm like, you a bad mother. You know what I mean? Like, so moments like that are just, those are those key moments where it just makes you feel like, damn, I'm doing something right. Right. It's just one of those things. I love us. I'm sorry. You gotta do it for yourself and nobody else does, right?
That's right.
Why not?
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
I didn't get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice is winning all spirits.
Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.